So this is for all Earth protectors who relate to the Mauna Kea on the Hawaiian island, in the Hawaiian Kingdom, in continuity as the level of their personal world, whether we are living here on the Hawaiian island or any other Hawaiian island, and or if we have been visiting here and relate to this place as our spiritual home. But this is my audience. Now I'm kind of late with this new moon report. I always like to make new moon reports even more than full moon reports. And I had to have a lot of nice experiences lately to be able to value what's happening here. Because what's happening here, the new moon, is at the very end of the seventh house. And the seventh house is equivalent to Libra. And there it is about justice, harmony, beauty, and partnership, but also enemies. But it's like one-on-one partnerships, whether it's in love, marriage, long-lasting love, not love affairs, long-lasting, or also business partnership. And never forget, when it comes to Libra and when it comes to the seventh house, in the very beginning is justice. Yeah. And so we are processing this right now. And all look into our most personal partnerships or personal enemies, relationships to our personal enemies. And please see this beautiful triangle here of a sextile between the moon and the sun, conjunct to Chiron, the wounded healer. And Chiron, the wounded healer, is just entering the sixth house, which is the house of service, equivalent to the harvest time of Virgo, bringing in all the goodies and distributing them. And here it's about healing our relationships. Look at new moon as the conjunction between sun and moon, also as a union between the male and the female. In most languages, the sun is considered male and the moon female. But in German and in Japanese, I've learned it is the opposite. There the moon is male and the sun is female. But anyway, it is a union of this polarity, male and female. So this is a very big part of every new moon, but this new moon is kind of really interesting and special because there is so much on edges here. Yeah, like Chiron is on the edge between the Aries and is getting into into Taurus. And then we have a lot of others kind of on edge here. Let me look. What else is on edge? Yeah, here, of course, the whole sun-moon conjunction is on edge between the seventh house and the eighth house. Now, whatever is on edge always carries the whole knowledge of this particular theme. It has just traveled through, and in the case of Chiron, Aries, and just going into Taurus, Aries is leadership, active. Do something, for God's sake. Yeah, hurry up. And now coming into Taurus, says, okay, but there are older wounds wounds in the earth. Remember all these wounds that are caused, for instance, by mining? Whoa! I mean, have a look at, through Google Lens or so you can see it. Huge wounds. So now that Chiron has, for many people, become like a leader. So this is the most important thing. We need to heal ourselves with others. Now it goes to our environment, big time. And so on the other side, you have a sextile to the medium curly. Now the medium curly is the beginning of the 10th house and is equivalent to Capricorn. And there's the mission, but right now, 10th house is entirely empty. So all the work we have to do, and there's plenty of work, is to be internal in our relationships, also in our family lives. I'll come to that here, Pisces. Ne? And also artistically. Let me reset all this paintings. Why artistically? We have, sorry, this is Mercury. Here we have Venus. Venus actually is not in charge for sex at all. Venus is in charge for beauty, for aesthetics, and also for wisdom. Yeah, and it took me a long time to deprogram my mind to the understanding that love and sex is something entirely different. Yeah, we've been sold all this free love bullshit, all this hippie bullshit. Sorry, sex and drug and rock and roll has nothing to do with love. Absolutely, just with consumption. So Venus is not about that at all. And here, in this particular time, Venus is wonderfully connected with her higher octave, which is Neptune. And Neptune is actually, that's the all-encompassing love. When people say God is love or Jesus is love, it's like unlimited. It's infinite. And so this is very much highlighted. And as it is in Leo, sorry, as it is in Leo, and Leo is equivalent to the 5th house here, it's about expressing it in a beautiful way. Yeah, Leo likes to show off. So, and the 5th house being equivalent to Leo, that is also the domain of all the artists. Yeah, if you are not ready to show off in any way, you cannot be an artist, because as an artist, you kind of have to bear your soul in your work, whether you write or you dance or you whatever, play music. You have to open up and show the world what's inside your soul. And so this is going to be a very wonderful time to express oneself artistically. Let me make a break here.